with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Gets the back moving. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Sticks it in his belly. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Try to get it to the edge. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Pugh. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They bring the punter onto the field now. Oh, he's not punting, he's going to throw. Fires to the middle. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on 4th down. An incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Tossed to the outside. Creates a little room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on! He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Well, it's always nice to get the first one out of the way. That's the first passing touchdown for the season in this offense, and they've got a lot of playmakers. Their quarterback is accurate, makes good decisions. You saw it on that play. That's the first, and it certainly won't be the last.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Red pass, it's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team. You want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. trying to pick up a first down. Now on the move. Ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense got it. They're on the run. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And all the visions and all the great things you anticipated happening for this fellow, like in the first carry you put it on the deck, like that is a frustrating start, man. What a momentum swing in this game, too. Early fumble, early turnover to get this thing rolling.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The give to the fullback. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Sends it back in motion. The play-action fake. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Back to throw. It's Pugh. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide, you've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but If this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Cal. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
Yeah, and Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
To the ground. He's got it again. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Pugh. Steps away. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. It's complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen. Powers through the defender. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Aggies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Scrambling away. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Uncorks one. Complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here comes the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lyle. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Dumps it to the back. All by himself. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. Trying to catch them napping, fake spike, and now he'll throw it. Quickly complete. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially with... There he goes! Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Lyle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Now they'll run it on the toss. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. We got to hold on to that now.
And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Trying to beat them to the edge with the jet sweep. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And that's the hard thing about defending this play. You got so much speed coming across the formation. They can get to the edges quickly, and you limit the damage. It's not a huge play, but they pick up a little chunk, and you put those together, and they can get you first downs.
Second down, he'll throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurt, when they get pressured, they become very active. Really nice job by the defense. Pressure.
A field goal here will put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Ohio State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 14 to Kansas State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Hines is back in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Texas A&M going quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Finds a little space. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. This time on target. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. A&M comes back out with another first down. On the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did.
Breaks into the open. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Running through contact. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. With the run on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. He'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And this will be caught as they convert the 2.
And that is a decision offensively that potentially gets you fired as a head coach if you don't come through with that. You could have just tied the game with an extra point, but instead you go for 2 to take the lead, and they get it. Wow.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Motion from the back. The give to the lone running back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then an offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Running to Green. Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The corners are walked up tight. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It is go time. What is in your bag? What is your play call? Going to be 4th down now. I have to have this. I'm trailing. This is what every quarterback dreamed about in their backyard, making that play in a big-time moment. It's go time.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. He'll run it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's loose down the left side. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, and remember the Alamo Dome is home to the Roadrunners of UTSA, and we are fired up to get this game underway. Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated Giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Dukes will put it away to start the game. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
Catch in the middle, it's Allen. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The tag, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UTSA!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's chased out of bounds, but man, does that return set them up with spectacular field position at the plus 46. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. It's complete on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looks as if he's going to run it. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. And even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback's...
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dukes.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Gets the back moving. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. Toss sweep to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
They boot it away on 4th down. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They even things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. He's out past the 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Finding an escape route. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Touchdown, James Madison. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with the speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Hands it off. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's McCown. Buying some time. He throws one to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target.
Forget the punt. He's going to throw it. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it. It's a first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The pull and throw off the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the shotgun, they'll run it.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here comes the heat. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now...
There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31.
James Madison offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Handoff from the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Pulls and fires complete. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sanchez. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Ellis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Back to pass, it's McCown. Oh, they're after him. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Dukes moving quickly to the line. Give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Fuller. Shakes off the defender. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Dukes have pushed it inside the 20. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Dukes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal.